course she's hiding something. Do you think those two exemplars
Factor said head
hell
on.
wrong? They're hardly prone to involuntary self-injury. Alva's been here for how many years? I never noticed her. Just blended in with the scenery somehow. I can tell we have little crossover of interests.
Hello, layperson.
Two exemplars, dead as Pythagoras. No one's been inside operation since. Just a run-of-the-mill golden mean initiative.
Don't listen to yourself. You're disproving your own substantiation. Her actions prove otherwise, I'd contend.
Glad those not skilled at math can fulfill some other function. I only question them being in roles of significant authority. Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
Investigator, may circumstances proceed toward intended results. May all your endeavors add to the... Always account for standard deviation.
We don't wrap this up soon, we'll have consumerists up to our brain cases.
And may the plan guide you.
Oh, hello. A visitor. Who is it they're sending now? And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire. Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like Commander Zane and that rascal Buddy. And who is that you brought with you? A friend? Ah, an Auntie's choice grafted soldier. You poor dear. And someone else. Glorious dawn, I take it. Sensational look, dear. All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding. I expect few in the Order know of you, but, well, I've kept to a role here that is purposely not very taxing. Others prefer calculations in their spare time. I have my stories. Between launches, I enjoyed serials, two-bit dreadfuls, periodicals. I adore Zane and Buddy, even if they are considered contraband. And you decidedly share their upright bearing. For the longest time, I didn't realize your organization actually existed. But here you are, well-timed and, no doubt, eager to help.
Undoing the personal tragedy that befell me, your esteemed sovereign, years ago. And I am pleased to report that we are on the cusp of a breakthrough. Cherished Arcadians, I am well aware of how much my happiness and well-being means.
Oh, you sounded just like Buddy, striving his best to resemble Commander Zane. The similarity was uncanny.
Well, that, as they say, is that. What's next? Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating.
I'll tell you exactly what happened. Our transport pod leveled outpost opportunity. I immediately realized someone must have bypassed my terminal. I initiated a lockdown to block further tampering. Had I not, additional attacks may have continued. Now, despite a long record of dedicated service, who's being blamed for this calamity? Me, somehow.
That is when I knew I needed direction, so I heeded the words of my banner. I could be better again with a quick mental refreshment.
Dear me, I wish I did, but
I have seen my
actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here. The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the launch. Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of.
what I know now. Those thinkable thoughts have to go with a quick mental refreshment. Those sentiments I felt were such a burden on me. The weight is better felt by one assigned to oversee.
If you need to hear me say it, surely. I promise not to destroy this facility with all of us in it. Was that reassuring enough? Appreciate your help, dear. Please return when you have found something. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Investigator.
I've never been the danger.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
No longer strangers. The sadness that was inside me is long since gone, and though it tried me, I knew that I could be oh so much better again with a quick mental refreshment. Quick mental refreshment. Quick mental refreshment.
Next, a small sampling of Protectorate Abundance.
The paradigm is the quintessential means to maintain our perfect society on Eden. Each of us must do all we can to ensure it operates flawlessly. Staying healthy is one of our greatest commitments. So try Eden's Bounty Ambrosial Biscuits, the pinnacle of Protectorate food science, brimming with advanced nutrients and high moral fiber. A delectable delight. As flavorsome as it is conscientious. How would your neighbor feel if they knew you weren't eating a balanced diet? Why, just ask everyone's neighbor, Prudence.
Prudence dictates you eat them.
Eden's Bounty Ambrosial Biscuits. Now due to continued research in an even wider array of unique and delicious flavors. Like Patience Fruit, Somber Duty Melon Surprise, Arcadian Delight, Resolute Orange, and Loquat from Heaven.
Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. More music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities.
This unit beautifully acknowledges your presence.
Broadcasting reassuring programming in line with the paradigm. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Attention, all subjects. The paradigm acknowledges the importance of joyous celebration of victory over base disruption, allowing for radical realignment of the system. So join your neighbors now in wanton merriment to commemorate the staggering loss of life that has occurred in Westport. The craven town, poisoned by corporatist trespassers, lies in ruins after our courageous agents sent the Vox relay station crashing upon it. Another great Protectorate victory. Another great Protectorate victory whose outcome was always assured.
Stand by for further reassuring content.
Another song in an expertly curated playlist picked out explicitly for you, the Sovereign's Chosen.
Patrol back, I hear. Don't say Auntie's being too discreet.
Our Earth Directorate friend. Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matadier here while you were away. Understand you've met?
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time. Not presently, though the Proctor believes that my purpose here. Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause of our situation here, and I have deemed it wise to investigate further. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different. A recent security audit brought up several curious messages meant for an unknown party, sent from a terminal somewhere on the premises. We were unable to track down the whereabouts of this mystery terminal, but one message contained certain oblique references to placing blame. Nothing conclusive, yet enough to give me pause.
You examined the launch records, yes? Did you find anything, dear?
This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Social guidance and approved messaging, punctuated by acceptable music.
We are all encouraged to live in the moment.
I suppose the data wipe was meant to cover their trail. The physical records would have been altered, dear, presumably by some difficult-to-discern chemical means. But listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many Aetherwave serials. Suppose they fuel my fervent imagination. But still, even the most junior scientician knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them.
Old Earth had become a fallow garden where only the seeds of base emotions, avarice, jealousy, hate, might sprout. She whisked us to Eden. We flourished under her guiding light, as life-giving as the star we call Arcadia. Thank the matriarch when you bask in our sun's warmth. Although without flaw, the matriarch was still mortal. Her final gift to
Do
us
be
was
patient
her
with me,
child,
dear.
the
I realize
first
I'm only an
sovereign.
armchair investigator, but what you uncovered appears to imply two further avenues of inquiry. A Zeranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion, allowing the culprit time to falsify the record. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
Grandson's kindness. Now you know all you need to know, so on we go. Long ago, the matriarch devised the paradigm plan to support a bounteous life for all Protectorate subjects. From the tender fillet in your latest meal, down to this exquisite next song.
I expect the Zeranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit.
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look to do it there.
Oh, I'm full of hidden depths, dear, but this isn't the time. Later, I promise. Anything you want to know, from my first science crush to my scientician aptitude test scores. All right. There. I've unsealed both areas. With hope, what you discover will help us determine the responsible party.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the Proctor sends anyone, I'll say I'm close to convincing you to surrender.
May all your theories prove true.
Always account for standard deviation.
Svoboda seems to have perfected the art of being an ineffectual slackwit.
Work up, Commander. Don't make me a... Lift weapon prime!
With or without?
Might sting. A lot. Besides, block. Stop reviving me.
Our progress is unmatched. No technological hit rests unspoiled.
Who needs to die?
Perfection is perfect.
Back in business.
How we present is really
Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can provide you, a heroic individual who is handy with doors? Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely. I was in my cot doing advanced equations. After the explosion occurred, I rushed here to check my terminal. The door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled state of the room and rushed inside. Works in operations, right? Always on about her stories. Wish I had time to watch serials and read all day. Strange question, but yes, all commands pass through the hub here. Through that wiring underneath that open floor panel in the back of the room, actually.
Protectorate sanctioned wireless.
Everyone's neighbor Prudence here with some authentic talk.
Well, in my professional opinion, looks like someone rerouted some commands from operations. Not sure which ones. Based on the sloppy state it was left in, I'd say they either barely knew what they were doing or were in a rush, or both. Well, that's about everything I know about everything. Let you be on your way. Careful on your way. May all your theories prove true.
To stay in fighting shape.
Good thing we all follow the robustness routine of the Eden League. Exercise program of the Pitchball Pros. It's like
A lot.
mandatory and fun. No crime in that, right?
Not typically, no. Subjects, squat and give me 50 loin girders. Push through the abdominal cramping.
You're at the 90/40th line. Almost halfway done. Take a breath and hold it. 67 seconds. Average duration of a harsh bronzing in the even zone. Don't you die on me now. What would your neighbors think?
Okay, I think that's enough toughening exertions for now. Return to your duty, subjects. Sore but proud of a robustness routine done well. When we are strong together, nobody can hack, ring, or bronze us from running the ball into our opponent's Sunday goal. Now, on to other matters. Another beauteous melody granted by the grace of the Sovereign.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
I like that Alva. Granted, she's most likely lying through her teeth, but at least she's interesting.
Yes. Suppose you'll do. I'd been hoping an empiricist or assessor would amble by, but you appear reasonably apt. The Zeranium overflow venting has gone completely haywire. Oh, what else will this higgledy-piggledy nightmare of a day bring? I was ordered to keep watch until a specialist arrives. Might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? The control board to divert the flow of Zeranium is up yonder in refinery logistics. If so, I have something for your time and effort. Well, as a fellow student of science, you'll be especially interested in what I have to offer. We developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little, but also heals you quite effectively. Shut off the gas, it's yours.
Wholesome programming played at a reasonable volume. You're listening to Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless.
Tremendous. Why, this day may average toward the positive yet. May deliberate endeavors beget expected results.
Times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate seal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Well then, moving on.
As Eden offers a plenitude of natural resources, our station presents a profusion of pleasing melodies, like this one.
Conversation is not possible at this or any time.
receiver with your neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
Prudence dictates the most vigilant defense is a virile offense.
Say, isn't that the team motto of the Protectors of Piety?
Can't get a pitchball reference past you, Subaltern Prescott. We can learn from organized athletics. Our enemies are always gunning for our Saturday goal.
But what can I do? I'm just a pipsqueak enthusiast, not a muscled atlas. A hydration specialist at best. Unfit for the field, but eager to rise from the side boundaries if called.
Then you are the perfect Protectorate subject, Prescott. What you lack in strength, you make up for in zeal and a willingness to give all for your home team. Regardless of their system-assigned role, all subjects must be ready to rise to the occasion, come to our defense, to serve as goalie, tender, or, should all else fail, winger. Well, that, as they say, is that. What's next? The following song was composed, performed, and recorded under the explicit direction of the Sovereign, and as such, reflects his excessively high standards.
Our system is sublime, the best ever to be had. Its perfection perfected. Our paradigm is ironclad.
Ah, you're back. I see my choice in you was well-founded. Zeranium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state, and my internal levels of disquietude have lessened along with it. With the leak abated, I am fully prepared to be peppered with queries.
To inform on your neighbor.
Now that you mention it, yes. I recall I was worried about one crisis, then my mind was completely occupied by this other crisis nearby. I must admit, I haven't given the attack a single thought since. I do hope everyone's okay. Not much. Keeps to herself mostly, or that is entirely. Like all of us, she resided in the barracks 15 degrees to the northeast from here. You mean just after the attack occurred? I was in a state of anxiety at the time, and, well, I'm sure you're aware higher levels of cortisol can impede the encoding of memory. Ah, quite right. Anything else? I am greatly grateful you were helpful and effective. Farewell. This card will allow you into our humble little research lab. It's right past operations. Can't miss it. Unless you do. The pharmaceutical primer I mentioned is inside on display.
That we thrive. It's out there they all fail. We must trust our community. It's only then that we prevail as one perfect people. A simple people so whole. To be right and unbreakable. That is our ultimate goal. We all trust in each other. Rules we abide. Working as commanded to, side by side.
That song was for our ever-vigilant sentinels, who, even as I speak, are tirelessly rooting out malcontents and Auntie's Choice sympathizers. Here's a song for you to enjoy while you solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
Come one
This is Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Essential listening for all subjects. Attention, all subjects. The paradigm acknowledges the importance of joyous celebration of victory over base disruption, allowing for radical realignment of the system. So join your neighbors now in wanton merriment to commemorate the staggering loss of life that has occurred in Westport. The craven town, poisoned by corporatist trespassers, lies in ruins after our courageous agents sent the Vox relay station crashing upon it. Another great Protectorate victory. Another great Protectorate victory, whose outcome was always assured.
And now this.
Here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy. A Protectorate prescribed favorite.
After civil days, months and years, nothing fills my heart with joy like turning in my tears. Everything is meant to be aligned and working well. Nobody should fall behind, lest I'm the one to tell. Disably to make an effort and detest, calmly speaking to authority at their behest. Glancing through the cracks and spaces round the door frame, keeping tabs and notes on people can be like a game. Celebrate the good one, turn in those who stole. Should be no simple thing to do. Be the merry one who makes the call. Celebrate the
Factor's been in there a while. Perhaps this conundrum is approaching a solution.
No simple thing to do. Turning in your relatives, your friends, your peers, and more. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for. sent with questions much too deep. Go and tell on them while they are peacefully asleep. Celebrate the good one. Turn in those who stole. It should be no simple thing to do. Be the merry one who makes the call. Celebrate the submissive. Stick to their routine. It should be no simple thing to do. Isn't that celebrate the turning? It's what we all like. Celebrate the turning. It's what we all
Still charging.
celebrate.
With weapon prime. Swine.
Remember, collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive together. Now you know all you need to know, so on we go. Now listen to this.
May all your
Oh, hello, dear. Why, we were just talking about you.
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios, based on probable results of your investigation, downstream outcomes, and such and the like.
You know how the Order is. Always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
It is better for the beggars and those who are not. Ideas are dangerous and can
That you've found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take, except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. And yes, why would I reroute coordinate commands away from here?
so just do as you're
I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party. So I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with. Then I'm going to kill her.
Yes! Now this is definitely taking a turn more to my liking.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished. And you're an initiate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you, dears, to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Yes, I concur. That may be the only part of this that seems certain. You are far more capable than some back manufactory button pusher. Who are you, really?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name is not Miriam Alva. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the Endpoint.
so just do as you're watching and guiding system abiding, do not look like
I arrived decades ago to lie low after a difficult assignment. More than that, I have nothing to speak on at present.
The rumors about your department. They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved disappeared. If there are any hints of truth to that, I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid. Perhaps you shouldn't. My earlier endeavors were often disconcerting. But the truth remains. Whatever is happening here, I'm not involved.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been here for years. It's all much to digest. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor's Svoboda.
Circular, subdued breakfast food. Tribute pancakes, just like the matriarch used to eat. Intriguing items, engagingly described. What's up next? Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
When the outside tries its best to disrupt.
It's sweet that you think you can stop me, but I'll elucidate this for you. At this point, you'll either need to trust me or back that worm Svoboda. That ridiculous little functionary upended my existence. For 20 years, I was Alva. It wasn't a good life I had here, but it was quiet. It was mine. It wasn't hers to take.
This would mean standing against a member of the Order. A mid-ranking one, at that.
When faithless subjects try to corrupt us, our guardians will always make them fall. The heroes of the hour, they're full of strength and power. Send in the sentinels for us all. Send them in, they will always win. Send in the sentinels for us all. La 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 la
I cannot be party to this, but neither shall I stand in your way.
A wise calculation, my friend. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here.
will cleanse the streets.
Not that I was relishing the idea, but you provided other options. Svoboda has much to answer for. Let's go see that she does.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it.
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor of the Order. This would be an ideal time to confess everything before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all this. Not with her vast misdeeds so readily apparent.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
I don't know what you found, but any so-called evidence was likely laid there for someone to discover. By a party with years spent in hiding. This is all nothing more than a flagrant example of artifice and bunco. An elaborate song and dance from an admitted imposter.
Enough, traitor. You made your play. You lost. No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business.
Now on to other matters. Another song in an expertly curated playlist picked out explicitly for you, the Sovereign's Chosen.
Yes, though I was aiming for her face. A little rusty. Best search her office. Someone clearly was pulling her strings.
Well, you sure cut them. That was breathtaking. And hilarious. What artistry! What subterfuge! What aim!
song goes out to the Sovereign. In fact, all of them do, because as you know, he composed every single one. The following song was composed, performed, and recorded under the explicit direction of the Sovereign, and as such, reflects his excessively high standards.
Every day I am giving all myself in his name. I know this to be true. He cares for you. Sovereign deserves all your love. Every day he's uplifting, keeping us safe and carefree. I know this is the case. Give him your grace. Sovereign deserves all your love. Love him because he loves you. Love him the least you must do. I want for nothing, come what may. I stoke my devotion, have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor, I do all I can. That is my great sovereign's loving plan. That's why I love my sovereign. That's why I love my sovereign. That's why we love my sovereign. My heart belongs to the sovereign, and the first sovereign before him. With Rome in my heart for the Medici, whose bloodline bestowed their perfection. I trust, I breathe for my neighbors. I aim, I watch in his name. I know I am right, he's our shining light. The sovereign deserves all your love. Love him and he will love you. Love him, that's all we must do. I want for nothing, come what may. I stoke my devotion, have not gone astray.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look.
That's why I love my sovereign.
Prudence dictates, sit back and leave the thinking to us. This is everyone's neighbor Prudence on Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at
This space used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors.
The Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Next up,
more music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities.
I just had a thought. I'm really not supposed to. Sadly, though it seems my thoughts fly too free. My mind feels too open. I'm acting without
Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. Believe my specific skills could benefit your efforts as well. I propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? I have an old contact on Cloister I need to look up. Part of a small matter there. Some research the Order considered heretical. Worth restarting, I think. Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Supposing that means no joyrides and no scratching the paint? I can manage that. Until later, Commander.
Excellent. Well then, I am quite ready to leave this place.
Stomping out ideas, reporting on your peers, support the Sovereign's vision, no need for your decision. And so we're finally thought free, and we're feeling proud, now that we can boldly speak, say thoughts aloud. Blissfully empty, da-da-do-da-day, bumbling along even if we've got nothing to say. We're off to be refreshed, so let's...
My fellow Loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Fellow subjects.
Swear I can't lie low for 20 years without everything in the Order falling apart. Well, suppose we better head to the monastery now, yes?
Who looms large in our lives as our beloved Consul. Welcome, Consul. Tell me, what's it like being such a flawless protectorate subject? Such a beacon of loyalty?
You flatter me, Prudence. I am just a humble subject to your listeners. A cog in the machinery of the system. And like all cogs, the system determines my role. Mine just happens to be servitude to the Sovereign. A duty we all zealously share, yet I'm uniquely fortunate to stand in closer proximity. It is my life's great honor.
Of course, your lifelong duty. You served our Sovereign's father as advisor also.
Advisor is the wrong word. One laden with subversive assumptions. That I believe my decision-making is superior to the Sovereign's. That I consider him naive, grief-stricken, unfit to serve as the caretaker of worlds, when he is in fact infallible. Guided by the paradigm of the matriarch's own immaculate bloodline, protecting us all, providing abundance, freeing us from want or worry.
So right, Consul. Forgive me for misspeaking. I'm just a little awestruck by your presence here in the studio.
Oh, Prudence, I would never report everyone's neighbor to mental refreshment for one small lapse. 2, 3, of course. I do enjoy our folksy chats, but I must get back to it.
Well, that, as they say, is that. What's next? Long ago, the matriarch devised the paradigm plan to support a bounteous life for all Protectorate subjects. From the tender fillet in your latest meal, down to this exquisite next song.
Community without scrutiny. Watch any neighbors talking low. Watch any neighbors eating slow. Pay close attention everywhere you go. Everyone staying in the know. Who watches the watchers? You and me forever. Who watches the watchers? We all watch together. Watch any neighbors who oversleep. Any neighbors who shuffle their feet. Darting eyes are active and alive. When we watch each other, our community thrives. Who watches the watchers? We all watch together. Who watches the watchers? You watch them, us watchers.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. Well, regardless, I recognize you've done right by us here today, and I appreciate your efforts. May fate and fortune converge.
And now, the latest word on superior Protectorate products. Every cog requires routine lubrication. Stave off wear and tear with your regular allotment of Moderation Vodka. It's the perfect libation to imbibe in celebration of daily service done well. Moderation Vodka, distilled with zeal. Well, that was thoroughly enriching. Let's continue. Now listen to this.
Do you believe Arcadia shall never return? Law the displaced, listen to reason.
Grand Architect! First an attack on the monastery and now the lift code's not working? Am I misremembering?
Yeah.
No. Agent, oh, thank good odds and high probabilities you're back. There's been an incident. A rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My seer, Seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift. No, I've known Landon for years. You must be mistaken. If what you say is true, that is damning evidence indeed. But why would he do it? Align himself against the Order? Against a friend? That's a serious accusation. Why would I do such a thing? No, I can't discuss this right now. The monastery. The truth is, I held Wiley back. I kept him from advancing for my own selfish gains by spreading lies and false concern over his competence behind his back. But I needed him. I still need him. I'm not the savant he is, never have been. If he'd advanced beyond his current role, my deficiencies would have been made manifest to all. I'm sorry, but we really haven't the time to litigate this issue further. In case I didn't make it clear before, the monastery is currently in jeopardy. Peace talks? Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to be aware they're happening. Representatives of Auntie's Choice and the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. It's an unprecedented opportunity to shorten this war. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that.
Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless presents I, Red Cloak, the reassuring adventures of a mysterious sentinel who roots out the...
Yes. Regardless of their current actions, those people up there are still members of the Order. My colleagues and friends. Please remember that. Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the coordinates of the talks, no doubt their efforts will be concentrated there. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
Temptations and nauseating crabwish stench of Auntie's barbaric brand...
I assure you these traitors haven't factored us into their equations. Ready to be the hole in their math?
Their consumerist addictions. The traitorous forces of the Order arrived to take custody of her, aided by her turncoat former Sentinel partner, Gunny. Now Auntie's Choice and the Order are in a standoff, weapons leveled at each other, with fearless Red Cloak betwixt them. Her inspiring redemption of these misguided foes in the fourth and final episode, Order from Chaos.
Dunning, everyone. Now is the time for community, not hostility.
Are you sure that rope can support us?
I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight.
Probably. Wait, look! Someone just came up via the lift. It must be unlocked.
Yes. In fact, we are willing to add an additional 3% to the agreed-upon payment.
Watch out for Wiley. He's accounted for everything.
We'd love to help, but not as much as we prefer to leave. Plan guide you.
Consumerism isn't so appealing. Red Cloak's inspiring resistance to our brand loyalty.
Cedar Wiley said I wasn't on his list and let you go. He must have predicted I wouldn't fight back. I don't understand. Where's the abbot? Why isn't he doing something? I don't understand. Where's the abbot? Why isn't he doing something?
It appears that your math is faulty. Clearly a failing of your grand plan. These events are according to the paradigm.
Do not attempt to vex us with appealing and irrefutable statements, Red Cloak.
Unburden yourself of vexation, Dunning. It is never too late to return to the Protectorate, where all needs are met.
Void it all! I told him he wasn't going to make it! Hey, body's not even cold yet! Roger always said he wanted his body donated to the Order if it'd help advance the plan. I'm sure this wasn't what he had in mind.
Your family must come too, just to be thorough. We will cure you of these confused thoughts, your wanton overthinking.
I shall never return to the Protectorate.
Once again, you kill your former companion in one well-nourished punch. Huzzah, I say.
Red Cloak, you have undermined our carefully calculated predictions. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. We theorized
I swear, the more he talks, the more pain it makes me want to inflict on his person.
Yet it is clearly less than. We see the error in our
Setting into motion the future most aligned with the plan.
If you allow it.
Hold that belief in your
He is a
mind.
kind, forgiving man who loves all of his subjects.
We base individualists in Auntie's choice are ready to break free from the shackles of consumerism to join you in the perfect life of abundance.
And some simpletons within it claim that all things happen for a reason. But the wise among us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst. Today, we are that catalyst, setting into motion the future most aligned with the plan. Hold that belief in your minds. Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. The time for ideation is concluded. Now is the time for execution. Those outside the Order, and some simpletons within it, claim that all things happen for a reason. But the wise among us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst. Today, we are that catalyst.
Nice of Sir Wiley
Unfriendly company. They're mine.
Sorry. Rejuvenation device.
That device may be the deciding factor in whether you live or die in the near future. Unless you can expedite hemostasis and proliferate new tissue on your own within a fraction of a second.
No. But I have been told my pain tolerance exceeds normal thresholds.
Your mother must be so proud.
Rifts add an element. Where's an element? Fight!
Gun weapon ready, Commander. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Just for mayhem! This might sting! A lot. Step aside. Why?
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Target relocated! An inevitable outcome! Rift weapon prime! This might sting! A lot. On the rift.
Backing scan. Taking the fight out of them. Mitigating the threat.
Who needs to die? Obviated. Re-engaging. Harnessing mechanism.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Combatant scan.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Wise among us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst.
Those junction boxes look familiar. The N-ray scanner should show how they're wired.
Found another one. Damn it. I knew there'd be a high probability of fighting, but I didn't think.
Aborting search.
Remember what Wiley told us?
Document every corpse you find so we have an accurate head count later?
Well, yes, that.
Enemy moving into
Also, not
harm's way.
everyone will share our vision of we need. It's not our fault.
Dwelling on the quotient of the moment is to risk missing the product of the next.
Whoever wired this place should be shot. By me. Then forced to rewire it in a more straightforward fashion.
Indelibly eradicate algorithmic dissonance.
Time for a quick dip.
Architect's perspiring brow. If you try to cite the fourth pillar to me one more time, scientific advancement should not come at the cost of the grace and dignity of innocent lives. That is all I am saying. Armed conflicts are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's stoic imperative.
Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist. I must have just imagined reading Alfred Long's 75 thesis on determinism then.
Anchorites. Be warned. Any conversation with these two may prove pedantic. Oh dear. Perhaps I should have explained what an anchorite is.
As your friend has correctly determined, we are anchorites, here by choice. This is where we conduct our divine calling, debating scientific precept and theory. Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief. And how do you predetermine the harm of action against the harm of inaction?
We make those estimates all the time. That's the whole reason we employ seers.
We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle this debate.
Lack of a door, for starters.
You're currently standing outside of an anchor hold. My colleague and I have chosen to permanently enclose ourselves within this cell to lead a life of concentrated purpose. As anchorites of the Order, it is our duty to postulate on the universe's perplexities for the benefit of observers. In this way, we advance the plan through empirical knowledge.
Then it's a good thing you're standing on that side of the window, isn't it? I need the book Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement by Exemplar Kwong. Second edition, not the first. That's important.
And I require Archivist Mahler's dissertation on de-escalation theory. You should be able to locate both pieces of scholarship in the scriptorium. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing. More or less, Seer Wiley put the question to us last week. Naturally, the problem of interference versus non-interference led us to a broader discussion of war's overall necessity. Oddly, he has not returned for his solution, which is just as well since we remain divided on an answer, though I'm confident we'll get there.
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals. Asked a lot more interesting questions than we normally get.
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact. Why do you ask?
Augustine was obsessed with the rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and creating uncertainty. Consequently, all efforts should be made to close it.
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded ourselves here to avoid such distractions, so I would thank you to exclude us from any remote drama. You're in luck. I just finished my third reread of it. Chapter 47 is a real treat. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer, but do take care with it, especially around the bath. We lose more good books that way. I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to.
Good for him. About time someone put theory into application.
What my colleague means is Landon Wiley is among our most gifted and dedicated seers. Whatever actions he's taken must be in service of the plan. I do hope no one's been hurt, though. I see. That is distressing to hear. But as we in the Order like to say, the plan actuates by deliberate means. Let us hope this conflict resolves itself soon. Much appreciated. We'll present our final arguments once you've returned with...
It's a fight! Recharge for me! Just not a good like thing! On the wrist.
Look, I know this ain't gonna get to the abbot, but I have complaints that need registering anyhow. This monastery's too big for the staff we've got, and it sure seems like the scienticians and theorists here ain't fixated on keeping neat. I might just be a novice, but at 73 years of age, I have enough self-respect that I shouldn't be picking up another body's lavation towels. Still, ain't as bad as it was in Auntie's choice.
It's the unknown variable!
Just ask you folks to remember that there's a lot of importance out there.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Nowhere near as interesting as the taxidermied cross-sections displaying their internal organs I made when I was a child.
Well, this is quite modest. Very simple and austere. Can hardly guess who lives here. Did the abbot take a vow of resplendency?
With the primitive minds of Auntie's choice. This must be... will be forestalled by centuries, if not millennia. Stand onto a test of order aptitude. And whom do we blame? agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
I know a stall tactic when I see one. Calls on you, though, dear.
I prefer to kill my enemies first, innocent hostages later.
Entirely depends on your priorities. My former department would say keeping on mission is of paramount importance. But I no longer think I agree.
High probability. Wiley Trap is here. He lets some others go.
Normally I'd suggest picking the lock on that safe, but it looks to be rigged to that ridiculous puzzle up above.
I have a growing suspicion the Seer's been overindulging in Aetherwave cereals.
Enemy spotted.
Conceivably.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Verifying hostile presence.
Anomaly! I have a fix on their weakness.
Thought you agents were durable. Patch yourself up!
Check your scopes for
Step aside. Why? All on the wrist. Step aside. Why? This might sting. A lot.
Unforeseen factor?
Look sharp. It's a fight.
Contact established.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Seems we've effectively begun their puzzle. Idiots.
Look, they obviously meant for this to waste our time. Let's just find a way to kill the hostages so we can move on.
This must be where they keep the pointless works on existence the Anchorites are eager to waste their short lives debating.
This laborious exercise is obviously intended to consume precious time.
Yeah. Ah, see? Didn't I tell you our friend would be back?
Hurry! Disable the court press machine! Thank the architect. We should be okay here for now. Go pay Wiley his just dividends. For all of us.
This would be the scriptorium Anchoress Brun and Chow mentioned earlier. Should we fetch them their texts? Facilitate their malfunctional behavior further?